President Trump wants America to open for Easter even as the virus spikes. The Senate pushes a $2 trillion rescue bill, and Maryland schools will remain closed for at least another month. Today on The Diamond K Show. Episode 411 of the program. Welcome back. My name is Diamond K. Thank you for joining me. Radio on Fire provides the best in breaking news, entertainment, and political stories that matter to you from an independent point of view. Let's dive in. As the country continues to battle the coronavirus, President Trump is being overly optimistic. The COVID-19 crisis is increasing. However, the former reality star, who is now our president, is predicting that victory is close and there is light at the end of the tunnel. Very optimistic. I can understand him being positive about the situation. I can understand him hoping for the best. I myself want the economy to get back to normal. However, the expectations have to be realistic. Trump is now saying that he has envisioned packed churches on Easter. Need I remind you, in the U.S., cases are staggering. Easter is April the 12th, just a few weeks away. A date this soon is strictly politically driven and based on symbolism at best, and not really what's good for the American people. Cases have doubled in the last few days to over 67,000, with more than 900 deaths. The virus is clearly far more widespread than initially thought. So, this Easter goal that the president has is very unrealistic. To have the country reopen for business, why are we even using the words reopen for business? Like this is some type of a transaction. There's also growing signs that this slump could go well into the second half of the year. You listen to the Diamond K Show here on Radio on Fire. Stay tuned. We'll be back after these messages. Of course, on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. The Senate passed a unanimous $2 trillion bill to deliver relief in an attempt to recover from the economic impact of the coronavirus. $2 trillion is half of the national budget for the year. The landmark legislation is expected to pass the House on Friday, but who knows? American people want it. Lawmakers acted with unusual speed, so this means that they can do this more often on things that are not as time sensitive. So this is the largest economic rescue in U.S. history. The 500-plus page measure would provide one-time direct payments to Americans of $1,200 per adult, making up to $75,000 per year, and $2,400 to a married couple, making up to $150,000 a year, with $500 payments per child. Landmark. This is groundbreaking. One important inclusion to the bill is that businesses controlled by members of Congress and top administration officials, including Trump and his immediate family, so that's his wife, kids, are ineligible for the bill's business assistance. So I'm sure that Trump does not like this. This bill has been worked on all week, and we're going to see what happens as far as Friday, if this is going to pass I think that things are leaning towards a direction that it will pass. We'll definitely keep you posted on that. Things have escalated significantly. The coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it. Protect yourself, protect those around you. Show will continue after these messages. So imagine if you are a senior in school, but you're in the midst of this coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. You were just scheduled to go to prom, graduation, walking across the stage, and now all of that is in jeopardy. I can't even begin to imagine what some of our school children are thinking and feeling. Here in Maryland, public schools will remain closed for at least another month through April the 24th. So the superintendent of schools said that they do not make this decision lightly in the news conference. And, with the challenges facing our state and our country, we have a responsibility to ensure the health of our school community and the community at large. Maryland is nearing the end of the initial 2-week closure ordered, by the superintendent, Karen Salmon, to slow the spread of COVID-19. And this is something that they talk about frequently during the press conferences. The Vice President, Mike Pence, holds up a piece of paper and says, slow the spread. And this is a part of that. And people want to make fun of him for that. But this is a very important part of getting all of this under control. This announcement came on the heels of Maryland's largest one-day spike in COVID-19 diagnosis. In Maryland, 423 people have tested positive, 74 more than the day before, and we've had 4 deaths here. Okay, so it's one of those things that many people seem to think that children, school age, are not as at risk as adults. But this is something that we are all facing together. A whole lot of people are working across the state, around the clock, trying to come up with the right answers to battle this. And there are definitely efforts to keep daycare space open for children of priority personnel like doctors and first responders, etc. But I've talked about this, and the governor is to be commended. Maryland's Governor Larry Hogan to be commended for his leadership during this time of crisis. The governor has highlighted steps taken thus far against the virus, including closures and limits on crowd sizes. Here in Maryland, crowd sizes have been limited to 10, no more than 10 people. Local police departments are encountering very few gatherings in violation of this latest order, which went into effect Monday. But in all cases, the groups have dispersed at the request of the police. But definitely, if people, we really need you to take this serious. A lot of times we've been hearing a lot of politicians talk about this. We really need more scientists and more doctors speaking about this. And hopefully people will take this serious and understand this is a more deadly virus than the influenza. It's easier to spread and it's more dangerous. And the reality is that this crisis is really just beginning here in the state of Maryland and across America. People are looking for certainty But the truth is, we don't know yet how bad it's going to get, how long it's going to last, or how successful social distancing measures are going to be in flattening the curve. We just don't know that yet. It's something that's going to come with time. It's very important, critically important, that every single person remains vigilant and continues to do their part, such as staying in their homes as much as possible in order to break the back of this virus. Very important. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back more to the Don McKay Show after this. And we are back. Your man Don McKay in here. Thank you for joining me. So, transportation officials said on Wednesday that a string of Maryland Department of Transportation MTA buses will be closed temporarily for cleaning after a driver tested positive for COVID-19. The driver reported to work a week ago, March the 19th, and officials received word Tuesday night that the person tested positive for the virus. So even though buses are disinfected daily, officials are reporting to the Eastern Division of Buses and will be closed temporarily for thorough cleaning and disinfecting. Due to the closure, the following bus routes are going to be affected: CityLink Navy, Orange, Blue, Pink, Lime, and Gold; Local Link 21, 22, 28, 36, 56, 59, 62, 63, and 65. Also the Express Bus Link 105, 120, and 160. No word yet on when the bus routes will reopen, but they will do it as quickly as possible. MTA officials also wanted to encourage riders to use transit only for essential travel, as we are trying to contain the virus. Now, what does essential travel means? It means taking trips to work, hospitals, healthcare providers, pharmacies, grocery stores, banks, food distribution centers, schools, to provide daycare for family members or other similar destinations. And we definitely are trying. We are all in this together. You've listened to the Don McKay Show here on Radio on Fire. Of course, I am here daily with new episodes dropping. And if you miss any episode of the program, show archives, get exclusive content, become a member today. RadioOnFire.com/join. It is Radio on Fire. We are reporting for the nation. Your man Don McKay. See you guys tomorrow.